You are now watching MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV. Chill!
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, your host of Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast, and welcome to another new episode of the Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast TV. Hope all is well. And y'all already know we got a special guest. We got a model in the building, Miss Queen Jennie in the building. So we're gonna talk to her about her modern career, life, and many more. So y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and I'll be right back. Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. And at this time, I got my special guest. She is doing a big thing in the modern industry, and we're about to talk to her today. We got Miss Queen Jennie in the building. Miss Jennie, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing grand. I'm so happy.
That's good. And welcome to my show. And
Yeah.
hope all is well.
Yes, definitely all is well. And I'm wishing you blessings, good health, and good wealth throughout the whole new year.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Same to you.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
Same to you. And so are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Let's go.
I stay ready. That way I don't have to get ready. That's my motto.
Okay, nice. So we're gonna start with, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York, born and raised. But I'm first generation. My family is from the islands. My mom is from Haiti. She's from the rich side where the mountains are. It's called Lakai. Yeah, Lakai. And my dad is mixed. He's Cuban and Haitian.
Oh no, that's nice. That's nice.
It's different, right?
Very different. Very different. I ain't gonna lie. So, how do you describe yourself as a person?
I would describe myself as phenomenal. Because that was my name, my modeling name I had like when I first was in school and I started doing fashion shows. That was my first name, and my name was always given to me. So the modeling director gave me the name Phenomenal. I couldn't understand it at that time because I was about like 18. You know, I was 18, still going through my growing pains. He's like, you have a signature walk. He was like describing me, and I was like, I'm going through a journey. So I accepted that name. That's why my first page, my first Instagram page is called Phenomenal Femme. But I added a twist to the phenomenal. I put femme because femme is woman in French.
Oh, wow.
So, and then it goes back to Maya Angelou, and that was my favorite poem, Phenomenal Woman. So that, it has different meanings. So, I'll describe myself as phenomenal at its best and fearless, because in the modern world, you have to have a tough skin, and you're not just a model, you're an entrepreneur. So it's about, for me, I'm just speaking for myself. I had to break a lot of barriers and boundaries, because when I started, I'm middle-aged. They was telling me I'm too thick and I'm too short and and I wasn't trying to hear none of that. And then I was like, watch what's gonna happen. I'm gonna break all of that mold because I'm gonna keep going. I'll listen, but I was like, I know what I want. I'm a very determined person. I'm a Leo. But even if I'm not into too much of the signs, but people say Leos, they have a strong personality. Yeah, but that's the name. I chose Fearless actually because I had to go through trials and tribulations in this modeling game. I had a lot of ups, but I had a lot of downs, but I had more no's than yes. But now, since COVID happened, I've been like more, I guess people are like embracing me. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I'm being honest. Because before they was telling me I'm too short or I'm not small enough. I mean, certain designers, but it's like now it's like they're all embracing the curves and like you just gotta have your confidence. And my motto also is beauty is confidence. And I'm all about women having self body image and loving yourself. Yeah,
Dope.
because yeah, definitely. Your beauty is in you. So you shouldn't compare yourself to other people. Because if I was doing that, I wouldn't be modeling right now. I would still be working in the hospital. So I call myself fearless and phenomenal.
No, that is dope. That is dope. But
Thank you.
before we dive more into the modeling, tell us how you was growing up. Like how was your journey growing up?
My journey, wow. My journey was kind of tough. Like I stated, I grew up with first generation parents. They're not American. So they're very traditional. They're very like, they don't want us outside. They want us in the house. Modeling to my family, because they're old fashioned, was kind of like a taboo. But for some reason, I always loved modeling. And even like my mom was saying, like I grew up, I came out posing. That's what she said. Like, my mom was funny, right? How she gave birth to me, I came out with a pose. Huh?
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, but my upbringing was very strict. They only believe that women should be like in the medical field, like like they drilled this. It's either you be in those traditional fields like nursing, doctor, lawyer, engineer. They did not believe in entertainment. They frowned upon that. Shows, and also they believe the woman got to cook and clean, the woman got to stay in the house, the woman have to be submissive. So I grew up very traditional. So it was very hard for me to like find myself. And I was introverted and timid and shy because I when I was young, I loved taking pictures too. And it's like everyone's like, oh wow, look at her picture, because they used the Kodak, right? And it's like she loved taking pictures. She don't talk, but this girl loved taking some pictures. Right?
Yeah.
I was just posing away. But my mother and father didn't agree with that. Even like when I was 3, 4, they'll take me out. Like we go to the store in Brooklyn or we go to Manhattan. Scouters would actually stop me and be like, your daughter have it. I remember one time I was walking with my dad at Flatbush Junction because I grew up around there. By the last stop by Brooklyn College, Midwood.
Yeah, Brooklyn College. Yeah. I definitely
Yeah,
know that.
I was just walking with my dad and some white guy stopped my dad. Remember, they're from a different country, so they scared. They're like, everything is no.
Yeah.
They're like, stay in the house, stay in school. I couldn't even walk to the store by myself. They're like, oh, you gotta walk with your brothers. Yeah, they was very protective of us. So the white scouter, I'm part of my friends, the Caucasian scouter from the model agency stopped my dad. He was trying to convince him for 5 minutes. Like, your daughter have that look. She have that look. I wasn't even dressed up. I just had blue jeans and a t-shirt, and my hair was braided back, no makeup.
Oh, wow.
And my dad was so mad at that guy. He said, get out of my face. That's no respectable field. That's nothing to be respected. Don't speak to me. And he just like, He cursed him out.
Oh wow.
It's like, look, we don't believe in disrespecting yourself and show your body. We are a very prestigious family. I'm all about prestige. I grew up in that, when I was like in like third grade, they put me in parochial school. They paid money for me to go to a good private school, but they didn't want me modeling at that time. They did not want me that's my dad. Him and my mother was married, but he left us when I was 3 months. But yeah, but I guess things happen, people grow apart. They both got remarried. My mother got remarried shortly because I remember I was 5 and I walked in her wedding, and he got remarried, and they both still married.
Oh wow.
So sometimes you might meet people, might not end up right the first time, but I didn't really meet my dad till I was like 7. No, 6. I met when I was 6, but I knew who my dad was. My mom would tell me. But they grew me up very like strict, to go to Catholic school. But from 1 to 2nd grade, I went to public school. But my mother, like whenever she want to make fun of me, even though she didn't want me model, because they want us to be about education first.
Yeah.
But whenever I start acting like I want to pose and stuff, she gave me a nickname, is Jennie the model. But she said it with her accent. She's like, "Oh, look at Jennie the model," like your first. She's like, "Oh no, she's on her posing move." So was like when she want me to do something, like she want me to cook and clean, she's like, "Oh, you too much Jennie the model." And she also called me Juju for Jennie, like Juju. Yeah. So but they didn't want me doing no modeling. They want me in the medical field. So that's what I stuck to in the beginning. But I had different dreams. I had modeling, which I've been doing. I did it in high school. I was like, I have to walk in this fashion. So, but we'll get back to that.
We about to get to Jennie the model soon.
I had the military because I was fascinated with the military, and then I had what I went to school for at Temple. I love exercise therapy and exercise physiology.
Nice. So a few things though, I could relate to being the shy, the introvert, and being shy because I still am shy and stuff too. So I could definitely relate. And and also I could relate to the whole traditional parents because my parents were very traditional as well. So I could definitely relate. Yeah.
Wow! I thought I was the only one.
Nah. I was
like something. I was like, this is prison.
Yeah, trust me, I could definitely relate.
But they brought me up well. They instilled good values in me, and that way I could take it everywhere I go. Thanks to moms and pops.
Because the next question was everything that you've been through, how that taught you, made you the person you are today.
Well, it taught me how to carry myself well as a woman, to respect myself, to have class, to have prestige, and to, just not be a follower, to be true to myself, because, they taught me about value because my family, they stand like, this is my whole family, not just my mother and father. Their philosophy and what we stand for is God first, education, and religion is God first, education, and work hard. So those 3 things is very valuable. That way you could sustain yourself in society as a, as a prestigious person and carry yourself well. So by these three things, it actually molds us. You know, my mother and father, all my siblings and all of us, we all, we all finished school and we have good jobs, you know, because my parents was really like pushing us to do that. It's like we had to go to church every Sunday. We had to pray, during dinner. We had dinner every Sunday after church. We had dinner at the dining room table. They believe in education, to strive for excellence, and to work, have good work ethics.
Yeah, all the things you just mentioned, I definitely did the same exact thing. So I could, yeah, so I definitely could relate to everything that you just said. So let's now into the modeling. So what inspired you to get into modeling? And tell us like basically the journey of it.
Yeah, so modeling, like, it was very hard for me, like, because I knew in my heart that's what I wanted to do. But at the same time, I didn't want to let my parents and family down. So that was a tough struggle to go through. So like my preteens or teens, I couldn't model because my parents didn't want that. They wanted me to focus on my education, high school, and go straight to college. So I couldn't really like express myself through modeling. But when I was in high school, I went to 3 different colleges. I mean, not colleges. I'm so sorry. I went to 3 different high schools because, as I was saying before, my parents had separated. So I was mainly with my mother and my mom's side of the family. So I had to move, like, my mother, she got remarried. So I stayed with her, but I had to stay with my grandmother who helped raise me and my auntie. And that's part of my mom's side. My father's side, I didn't live with them till like I was like in 10th grade to 12th grade in high school. So I went to Archbishop Carroll, Pennsylvania, because I had to move to Pennsylvania when I was 9 years old, from 9 to 14. And then I went to Catherine McCauley, a parochial all-girls school in Brooklyn. And then I ended up at South Shore High School, but that wasn't our zone school because I was supposed to go to Erasmus, which my father fought. He fought hard for. He's like, nope, we're not going there. That's a bad school. And then Midwood, we really supposed to go to Midwood, but I guess they had that little line. They didn't want. They didn't want like us people there. So South Shore is in Canarsie. So I went to South Shore. So I met this wonderful teacher that actually pushed me into being my best version of myself because she seen I was shy and introverted. And she asked me, she's like, I'm going to organize a fashion show. And I feel that's going to help bring you out your mode of being timid and shy. And that was my 12th grade of high school. And then she asked me if she wants me to participate no matter what. And I was like, I'm shy. I don't want to walk in the stage. She's like, you're going to walk in the stage and I'm going to give you an evening gown to walk. I'm like, are you sure? So the day of the show, I was just so hesitant. I was like, I'm not going to school. Then the voice I heard, the other voice was like, you better go or else you might mess up you only get one shot and that's it. You might mess it up for a lifetime. So I listened to the stronger voice. I went there. I was nervous. I mean, of course, I'm human. I get nervous, Even now I get nervous. But I did the fashion. She put me in this black and gold evening gown. And I started from the beginning of the stage and walked straight across. But I was scared to death but I made it. I started from the beginning and I finished at the end. And that physiological, like, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking if I could do that, I could do anything. Because I started from the beginning, then I finished. I didn't stop. I didn't pause. I was shaking. Let me tell you, I was shaking so much, my knees were shaking, but I still walked. So that told me something about myself. That taught me something about, like, even though I may be scared, I have courage. I didn't stop. I didn't turn around and I didn't look back. I went straight. I walked a straight line, beginning to the end, and I finished. And at the end, everyone stand up and clap for me. I was like, I'm thinking to myself, I was like, didn't they see I was shaking? I was nervous. You know what? If I could do that, I could do anything. Once I put my mind to it and I believe in myself, once I could see it, I believe it, I do it, I achieve it, then it could actually come through. The way in my version of myself, you know. And I was like 17 at that age, but you know, I was like, you know, I'm a go-getter. That's what I was thinking. I was like, because even though, you know, people have doubts in their mind, everyone have doubts, everyone get nervous, but that it was just an enlightenment to me when I did that. I really felt enlightened. I started to understand myself and I started being like, you know, Jennie, you got this. It's no reason to be shy or timid. You know, everyone's not the same. If God or the creator or whatever, and everyone's belief is, whoever your belief system is, whoever created you, if you believe that you was made for a reason, that means you could achieve anything. So I was like, I got this.
Yeah,
So,
even when you're scared, like anything, you could do anything. Honestly, when you're scared, you could do anything. So that's good that you just went out there and just killed it.
yeah, thank
Even at that age, I know the feeling of that. So what were your trust me, yeah. When I did acting, I had my first acting show and I was really nervous, but when I got out there, that nervousness did not even show. So I could definitely, it didn't show at all. So I could definitely relate to how you feel when you did that.
Yeah.
So what was your first major gig?
What was my major gig?
Yeah, your first major gig, yeah.
Okay, I did a couple celebrity fashion shows. I did music videos for well-known artists. I did music videos because when I was in college, because after I graduated in Brooklyn, I went back to PA. I went to Pennsylvania for college, but then I transferred to Temple University, and then I got exposed. They had a fashion club there, so you know, this lady told me, like, you know, you have the look, and then I started going to Barbizon modeling school, and they would help me book me for work, and I would use that as an incentive to you know, pay for my books or whatever I need to go shopping and stuff, because I have to maintain myself. I'm living in campus. So I would do like music videos. I'll do celebrity fashion shows. I will go to events like at the Leo Court Center at Temple. They had the Hip Hop Summit. I met Dame Dash, Cameron, they was there, Freeway, Beanie Sing. So the more events I would do, I'll meet people. So I kept myself relevant. So when I graduated Temple, like in 2004, one of my sisters at the church, she was telling me that they're doing This is my big break. But I never told anyone because I'm kind of humble. I was like, they was doing a blockbuster movie and they needed extras. It was from Willabina Modeling Agency. And I had literally just graduated Temple. I graduated in May 2004, spring semester. So she told me like 2 weeks later, I was like, I'm looking for a job. I applied for a job for the exercise physiology. They gave me the job at a cardiac rehabilitation center. How they gave me a job? I signed all the papers to work. Then they took the job back. They was like, oh, the lady that quit came back. She needed the job back. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
I spent all this time studying to get a job. And they telling me to start that same week. I didn't even start working. They took the job. So when my sister friend told me there's a job opportunity, but you have to, for an extra role, for the film Annapolis. So it's a military film, blockbuster. Tyrese played in it, and the villain.
I remember that. Yeah, I think I remember that.
The villain, the Green Gobbler, he played in Spider-Man. You know the villain.
So Will Dafoe?
Yeah, he's from Park Slope, Brooklyn.
Oh wow!
You know that? Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
Oh wow, that's crazy! I did not know that.
Yeah, so I was like, Brooklyn's in the house. Yeah, so I played in. I was an extra for that movie for like 4 or 5 months because we have to like rehearse the scenes over and over. And it was actually right down the street from Temple University at the Freedom Theater. You know when they did the boxing scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in there.
Oh no, nice.
If you look hard enough, you'll see me.
I may have to watch that movie again.
You don't watch it, Kat. You too much. Now you're making me shy. Yeah, I don't tell people that, but yeah, I've been in a blockbuster movie, Annapolis, and Tyrese. Yeah, yeah, it was very nice. I met a lot of cool people, and from then on, right, the blockbuster movie. Then I met some people. Because you meet and greet, you mingle, and then and being in that type of environment, you meet other people. So I met this young man. He's gonna start his show called Wild About Philly, and I have the perfect look. It's gonna be on the cable network, and basically he wants me to interview people like different events like the Chinese New Year and St. Patrick's Day, which I did interview people like that, in the community with outside asking questions. And then I did that. So my title there was TV personality / model.
Nice.
Worked for them for 2 years. Let me see. No, it wasn't 2 years because I got the job at the hospital. I came back from here. Yeah. So when the extra scene was over, when a blockbuster hit, and then I was doing Wild About Philly TV show. And then when was it? Like November? When was the next year? So we covered all the episodes. So I was like, oh my goodness, the movie is over. And they was paying me overtime. Because in the movie, if they go over 8 hours, they pay you Yeah, so I had to be there from 5 in the morning till I'll be there from 12 midnight. But they fed us, they gave us lunch, they gave us breakfast. I was like, but that came to end because they finished the scenes at the Freedom Theater. So that came, so all my checks came regularly, and then it was Christmas, so I had my Christmas money. And then after that, I was looking for another job. So one of my best friends in New York, in Brooklyn, she lives like in Flatbush, Newkirk. She was pregnant. She's having a birthday party. Her birthday's in January because I finished a scene for that movie in December. She's like, I need you to help me. I'm pregnant, blah, blah. And I came to her birthday party the end of January. And she's like, I don't want you to go. Just be with me throughout my whole pregnancy because it was her first pregnancy with her and her husband. She was married. So I was like, okay. I stayed there throughout her whole 9 months to help her. And then, I was brought up in church, so I will pray like every day. I say, God, give me a way, show me like what you want me to do, just having that talk with God. That way we both on the same page. And then I had to do I went to the hospital. I also myself, I wanted to work at Kings County because my uncle is a pharmacist there. So I was like, I had a dream that I brought my resume to the hospital. So I had my resume on my phone. So I happened to email it to myself. So I was like, let me just follow this dream and see where it's gonna lead me. So I went to Kings County. I didn't even know where the employment, where human resources was. I just went there. I'm a bold person when I want to be. I went there. I was like, I need to hand in my resume. I want to know like which positions you have available. And it's right there at the wall. When I looked at the bulletin was on the wall, it had 2 positions only, and both of them was what I went to school for. They need an exercise specialist and they need an activity therapist. I was like, I'm applying for both. And I didn't even think about it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna see what happens. I didn't even think there's no come. And after I helped my mom, Rachel out, my best friend, she had her baby. I was like, okay, you had your baby. You and your husband need that time. Let me go back to Philly to see my mom and the baby over there. So I went back there. Like the next day, I answered the phone. I hear my supervisor that was there, and he said, I've been trying to contact you for like 2 months. This was gonna be the last time I called you because my resume had my Philly address where my mom stayed and her phone number. Yeah, so he was like, "You lucky. You a lucky girl." Because I told myself this would be the last time I called. And he's like, "Can you come to Brooklyn for an interview with an exercise specialist position?" And I was like, definitely, just let me know which day, which time, and I'm there. Yeah, so everything happened for a reason. And I also wanted to input to everyone that dreams do come true because I'm a living testimony of it. Like everything I dream of, even times I was like, I may not think it's gonna happen. Like I still go for it. And even like you might tell some people, like your friends or your family, I'm gonna do this. Some people may discourage you, some people may encourage you, but I listen, but I go with what I believe because nobody know yourself more than you. Yeah. Right? So you know your potential, you know your power, and even more, that's my motto. The sky's the limit. So I always push myself to do that.
Yeah, and like I do agree with you. Like, yeah, if you want to do something, just do it. Anything is possible. So I do agree with that. I go with that motto as well. What is your biggest achievement? Like your biggest gig so far?
Well, now I got a couple. It's a lot that's been going on through COVID because more doors been opening for me. But I will say I recently did a 3D avatar modeling digital for Fashion Week. I had got a invitation, and they used me. I think it's big because it's technology. You know, it's not like
that is big. That is big. That is big.
Now they made me an avatar. They got an avatar, and I had to go in the screen room, and it's like that's the new up and coming of like fashion shows and modeling. And also, I never elaborate, but in college, the first college I went to, Rosemont College, one of the art students, she asked me to be her muse for an art gallery.
Nice.
She painted me in like 2 different color paint, but I never even been to the gallery. I mean, she paid me for it, but I'm actually in an art gallery picture, like my whole features. And then she covered me with sheets. I think that's big. And I've done plenty of celebrity fashion shows, which I've been on television. Yeah, and that helps a lot. And I also do, well, this is not really modeling, but like a co-host for a TV show called Caribbean Image TV. So I'm like TV personality, and here in New York, TV personality / model. So that's big. So people watch it worldwide. And then I recently got published in a couple magazines. I got published for Baby Watch. I made the front cover, and I was in Elegance Focus magazine. I've been in Style and Soul magazine. That's pretty big to me.
No, it is big. Though you're doing a lot of amazing things right now. You're doing a lot of amazing things. That is big.
Thank you.
That is big.
I
also saw you on Channel 12 one time too.
Yes.
I also saw you do that as well. So you're doing a lot of things right now. So, shout out to you, killing it right now. You are killing it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And also, one thing, I have my calendar that is out. That's big.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's called Queen's Jennie. I recently did it like in December, and people could order it from my page if they like. I'm still setting up the website, but it should be up by tomorrow, since it's still Valentine's week, right? And weekend.
Yeah,
because it started on Monday.
Yeah. Well, it's All-Star Weekend now, so I think Valentine's Day is kind of over.
But tomorrow's President's Day. So yeah, I'm going to push it out for presidents.
But yeah, we're going to announce that again at the end of the show. So we're going to announce that again. So, I mean, when I tell you to announce it again, I got you. But that's big. You're doing big things, though. You're doing big things, though. Shout out to you. You're doing big things.
Thank you. And I like people to support my calendar. It's called Queen Jennie Calendar. I Dream a Genie.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
12 months of me.
Right? I got you on that. But what is the hardest thing about modeling? Give me 3 things.
I don't find it hard at all. I guess sometimes the people, you gotta deal with different people, personality. But it to me, honestly, and I'm being confident, not arrogant. It's a difference. It just feels natural to me. When I'm in front of the camera, I don't know what happens. It's like the lights come on and I feel so natural. But when the camera's not there, sometimes I could be timid. So it just feels natural.
I get it. It's like for example, like say Beyonce, she's regular Beyonce, but when she performs, she becomes Sasha Fierce. So something like that, basically. Something like that, basically. Like that's you, like.
Yeah, I feel something like that, in my way. I enjoy it. Like it's actually a passion, a talent, and it's just I feel free. Like when I'm in the camera, I do my poses. My poses come straight from the top of my head. I'm not emulating anyone. I do like some of the I just make it off the top of my head, like how I'm feeling. And in fact, it helped me get through my shyness. So I find it to be therapeutic at the same time.
Hey, that's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So I'm just myself in the camera.
That's good. You killing. Like I said, you killing it. You killing it.
Just
So
thank you.
So what is the all-time goal for modeling, and what do you have to say for like anybody that wasn't trying to get to modeling?
Well, my first thing is to always be yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people, because nobody could be you better than you.
That's true.
Be the best version of yourself. And the sky's the limit, as I always say. You gotta have a tough skin as a model, because it's not always glamorous. You know, it's another side to it, but you have to stay true to yourself. You gotta know you carry yourself well. Just because you see other people's doing such and such and such, that doesn't mean that's you, right?
Yeah.
And you gotta hold yourself up high with class. And that way you still stay relevant. Because there's some people, they have, they may be younger, they may be older, they may have, to society, they feel like they're more beautiful, but because of how they carrying themselves, their career doesn't last long. So you gotta know who you are and stay true to who you are to sustain the modeling business, because it's very competitive.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's a very competitive business. And I'm a little older in the game, because I wanted to make sure I had my college degree before I actually went into it deeper, because that was number one for me. When I was in college, even though I was in the fashion club in college, my education came number one, because nobody could take that away from me.
Yeah, no.
And then I wanted to get my experience working at the hospital. I worked there for 18 years. So, but now I'm like, I'm gonna go harder. So just, don't compare yourself just because someone tells you, oh, you're too short, you're too small, you're too curvy. You gotta know who you are. And if that's what you wanna do, you don't let nobody stop you.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, because I embraced the modeling journey. Like it wasn't easy for me. But when I told you I was in college, I was working like 3 jobs, and then someone recommended me to go to Barbizon Modeling School. So I go to Barbizon Modeling School, and this older white lady, a Caucasian lady, she was about like in her high 60s. She was like, make sure during the interview you bring me 3 Kodak pictures of yourself. I don't want no pictures, just regular pictures. I just want to see how you look in a picture. Your hair pulled back and everything. I brought her those regular pictures. She was like, you know what? You can't do runway. she told me I can't do runway. I'm doing runway. You can't do runway. But she's like, wait a minute. There's something about you. You're very photogenic. You'll be great for print work. She said, you'll be just excellent doing print. And I took that and I ran with it. That's what happened.
Nice.
She said, I'm very photo. She said something special about me, but she was like, it's just like I guess she was saying it's coming from within. That's why I tell people, be yourself. Because I see some of those models be copying my moves. It's okay. Before I was like, They copying my signature move. They copying my walk. I think weird. I would just be having fun. And the next day they doing a backward walk on the runway. And I just did it the other day. And I'm like, they don't know. I was just having fun with it. But because that's you, that's coming from within me. That's coming out. I'm not faking it, It's something that's so it's coming out shining. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody, God created everybody uniquely. So that's what makes us special, because if we was all the same, this world would be boring. Mm-hmm. So you have to be yourself. I've done a lot of signature moves, and now when I see people copying me, I take it as a, wow, like they, as they say, flattery is the biggest imitation of. They say flattery is the biggest imitation of, like, people liking your work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm doing something good. I must be doing something good if they copying me. So I see so I see myself as a pioneer of modeling, because I broke a lot of barriers, starting from my height, my size, my curves. One photographer said, "I'm gonna give you a new name. Your name is gonna be Fit Thick." Oh, wow. Yeah. This because I'm not tiny, I'm still petite, but I'm thick. But I'm glad I could, open up people's minds. They could use some of my material and and work with it, because that shows that I'm doing something right. And they could, it makes me feel good now, because it's like, wow, they're copying my style. So it's like, I turned that energy, like, where it could be negative, and you could turn it positive. There's always a flip side. I don't get upset. They're like, oh, this person just copied my move, my pose, my stuff. I have even celebrities, like well-known celebrities, copying my moves now.
Oh, wow.
The same pose, the same outfit. I have rappers and singers doing that now. But I'm like, you know what? I'm doing something right. So, I just gotta be true to myself, because if God gave me a gift from within, if God gives you a gift to use your mind, to be creative, to use it as an expression, you give people hope and joy. And, people want to, it gives people hope. And I want to use that platform as well, is to help people that's going through depression and low self-esteem and different, like, poor self-body image, to look at me and be like, you know what, I could relate to her, because she's not exactly skinny. She's not like the traditional look at my size 0. She's not tall, but she's doing it. So when they see me, that I'm doing it, that tells them they could do it too. You be your own self beauty, not the beauty that you see in the magazine. Listen, I all about woman empowerment. I love my sisters, okay? And I'm not trying to be white. Some people say I try to, no. I know where I come from. I took Black history in college, okay? I know my history. So, but I like to be classy. I'm not saying nobody's not classy, whatever. People label themselves. I don't label myself, and I don't generalize. I don't do that. Everybody's their own person. I don't look at color. I don't look at race or nothing. But what I'm saying is, we got to share. We got to unify, because we're all one. We may be different, but we all connected in one way. And that's what COVID showed us. You know, so to the woman, all types of women, color, creed, religion, ethnicity, we're all beautiful in our own way. And we gotta love each other and bring out the beauty in you, not the beauty what you see in a magazine. Because when you're looking at Vogue, you're looking at those high-end magazines, you know? They have a traditional image, but I'm seeing that they're trying to get out of that a little. I see more curvy. I see more ethnic features and the African garment. So it's slowly a slow change, but we have some more work to do. And I want our sisters, we need to empower each other as queens. We're all queens. I already started a king and queen movement where we tell each other we're kings and queens and we respect each other, how the early civilization was.
That's dope. That's dope. That's amazing.
Yeah, we dress in those garments. We know our history. We take care of ourselves, use the plants as medicine, right? It's not, we have to empower each other and go back to our roots. And I'm all about that.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're killing it. That's amazing. And amazing advice. Amazing advice. So, so funny you mentioned COVID. So, because we are in a pandemic, we still in a pandemic. I guess we're getting better. Well, I guess. So what I have for you is, how did the pandemic affect you, and what did you learn from it?
The pandemic actually challenged me. It actually is like pressure, like the coal. You pressure make diamonds. That's what COVID did to me, because what happened was everybody was scared. Everybody was scared. And I still kept on modeling, but I did it at a safety precaution. I was still like, nothing stopped for me. You know, I mean, the government regulation go through, but I still took the safety measures, safety number one, and I didn't let my modeling career stop. I did not. I was still doing photo shoots. If you look at the dates of some of the magazines on my post, thank you. It shows that I was still relevant. I was unstoppable. And through COVID, I got more recognized. And I did not expect that, but for some reason it happened. I guess a lot of people wasn't working. They may have been scared to come out, but I wasn't. I wasn't scared, and I just asked God to cover me before I go out. And I was just, you know what? What's meant to be is gonna be, because we all have a date on us. So if it's meant for me to go, there's nothing nobody could do. And if it's meant to me to stay and be relevant and keep using my modeling as a healing, because it gives people hope. Some people told me, they'd be like, I'll look at your pictures and it gives me hope, because I did a photo shoot in Dumbo during COVID. All the nail salons was closed. I was looking for nail salon. I happened to be downtown Brooklyn. I found this one nail salon. It's like, you got to book by appointment. So I booked by appointment and I did the photo shoot at Dumbo. And that's one of my best modeling pics. That's the picture that opened the door for me more. That picture I did during COVID at Dumbo. You seen that picture? Because I seen you liked it. I had the white dress under the subway.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And everyone that stopped, that's the picture that stand out to them. I'm like, what? That's a COVID picture.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yeah, I made sure I ironed that dress, you know, had my makeup, you know, it was just like, you know, because some way I feel like I emulate Marilyn, because they always make fun of her voice. And then they thought she was like, she had her ways about. She's very glamorous and pretty. But at first they didn't take her seriously. But it's not about the skin color to me. So for some reason, I always felt like I had a connection with Marilyn Monroe, Tyra Banks, of course. She's iconic. I love her because I learned some of my modeling, to be honest, from watching her modeling show.
Oh yeah, top model.
She had America's Top Model.
Top model, yeah.
If people want to know, yeah, Tyra had a big influence on me because she always dared her model to do things outside the box. And if you look at my pictures, you will actually see some of that. Mm-hmm. But I actually like add my own personality when I'm doing my pictures.
Nice.
But as far as like pushing yourself outside the limit, outside the box, being creative, yeah, I did watch Tyra Banks, American Top Model. Credit to Tyra Banks because she did Sports Illustrated and she was still classy.
Yeah.
And Serena.
Yeah.
So, I'm just me. I enjoy it. I mean, I get paid for it more now. In the beginning, it was more of exposure. You're learning. I did start out at Barbers on Modeling School, but I didn't stay too long because they telling me, oh, you can't do runway. I was like, look, I don't have time for that. I just took what I could get out of it and make it into my own.
Yep, that's exactly how you're supposed to do it.
Thank you.
I think COVID taught everybody to be more creative and more out there and stuff that they gain. Because I think a lot of people have to a lot of people. So I definitely agree with you on that. They really did step everybody out their comfort zone and stuff like that. So let's switch the COVID talk. I don't want to talk about COVID no more. We talk about COVID enough. But what other project are you doing right now?
Oh my goodness. I have so many, but I don't want to tell on myself too much because then somebody's gonna try to use my material again.
Don't tell everything. Don't tell everything.
No. Yeah, I'm working on a lot of projects. Like I was saying, I got a lot of doors open. That Maryland picture, for one. A couple magazines want to work with me. I'm supposed to do a celebrity fashion show for All-Star Weekend and for John Bassett Gym. It's gonna be in Newark hotel. So it's gonna be like celebrity fashion shows, celebrity designers, artists. So this show is big.
That's big.
And I'm supposed to be doing some traveling model jobs, some power shoots. Oh, another, I have to mention WCW magazine for giving me the name Queen Jennie. Thank you, Carl. His Instagram name is Toes on Deck. He's the one that gave it. So for me to graduate from Phenomenal, my first modeling name, I graduated to Queen Jennie. They gave me that name when I did the power shoot at New Orleans. I did a power shoot, very intense for 4 days. We was at Baton Rouge at New Orleans during Mardi Gras. So it was like no sleep. I think out of the whole trip, I slept for like 2 hours, but I have my pictures posted, two different. I have the one where the light is above me, and I have the black top. You seen that one? And the other one where it looked like I had like a rose gold nightgown, and I looked back. Yeah, that was in New Orleans. Oh, so nice. That actually opened the door for me. And it was actually a door in the picture. Yeah. Coincidentally, there's a door. Yeah, that opened me back into the modeling world, being in that magazine. I've been in that magazine about 4 times. So
Oh, nice. Big thing.
yeah, it's so great honor, privilege to work with them. And I'll be doing more work with WCW magazine. We're supposed to be doing another power shoot.
Oh, nice. You
Yes.
you are really doing big things out here. You are really doing big things. Shout out to
Thank you.
Great, Jennie.
I appreciate it. And I'm doing another big power shoot in Miami, Florida. So I'm doing a lot of power shoots.
That was up. So what is your dream venture? Something that you always want to do that you haven't done yet?
I would like to be on the cover for top end magazine like Vogue. Vogue and walk in the Paris Chanel show. That's one of my favorite designers. And go to the motherland, Africa, and be in a fashion show there.
Nice. Anything possible. Put your mind into it. Anything
definitely possible. I have to make it possible because I believe that we hold our own destiny.
Yep.
You know, if someone asks you, what about your destiny? Destiny is your journey that you create.
Yeah, that's true. And anything possible, you just gotta get to it. So So what do you have to say for anybody that going the same route as you, as in for the modeling, doing TV, everything like that? Say something inspirational to people that need to hear it.
Yes. Well, what I learned, I could speak from my experience. You have to be true to yourself, know who you are. You have to have a good personality. You can't, because if you have a nasty personality, people's not gonna want to work with you, no matter how beautiful, glamorous, or your image is everything. Your presentation is everything. You have to carry yourself well. You have to, know the business. You can't just be like, oh, this is fun time all the time. It's a time where you have to get serious in your craft. You have to and it's okay. Like if you have to do a shoot, you don't feel comfortable, a photo shoot, where always have someone with you if you can, a friend to come with you doing a photo shoot. Excuse me. And always do your research about the person you're gonna do the photo shoot. You should build your own website. Make sure you get booked before you come out. If it's a paid gig, if someone asks you to shoot, ask them questions. Be like, am I getting paid for it, or this is just for exposure, or both? That way, you both clear. So communication is the key.
Yep.
If you want, look, you could go to the person page, see what type of pictures they take. If you feel comfortable, do your research, because as much there's good people, they have bad people. That's everywhere you go. So you don't want to be caught up in a situation. So, and also, just be yourself, be an honest person, and make sure you get to the places at least 30 minutes or an hour before the time, because presentation is everything. How you present yourself, because if you give a bad impression the first time, then the person's not going to want to work with you anymore.
That's true.
So it's all about how you carry yourself. Be respectful to other people. Make sure you're always professional. If you're carrying a modeling bag, make sure it's zipped up. You have your modeling tools. Just always look clean, well-groomed. Be polite. You don't have to. It's a difference between being polite and friendly. Always be respectful, and you be polite. You got a job to do. They paying for you. Ask them how much they paying, and how many hours they need you for. That way, everything is clear before you get there. And then once you're done, you leave, right? You're done your job. You thank them as always, and you leave. You don't have to hang out because remember, it's your job, it's your career. So you're your own brand, you're your own business person. So you have to, that you're an entrepreneur doing it. You're selling your own brand. So you have to make sure you present yourself professionally, properly, and respectfully.
Dope. Amazing advice, amazing advice. So before you go, we're going to play a segment game called 5 Random Topics. Where I ask you 5 topics, could be short or long response, and then you just answer back. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Favorite song or music, type of music?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
Oh, I love Beyonce. Anything Beyonce have, I love. Yeah, she's amazing to me. I love how she performs. And I could relate to her too, because when I'm performing, like in a photo shoot, I'm just free, Yeah. But then once the camera turned off, I'm like,
Yeah.
And but one photographer told me, where did that Jennie go? I'm like, I was like, that's me. I said, that's me. I love the camera. Yeah, but I love Beyonce. I love Aretha Franklin. I love Billie Holiday, Dorothy Dandridge. I love all of those singers that send a good message out. Yes, and I love R&B, Mary J. Blige, the queen of hip hop and soul. I love Fantasia. Once the music have substance, and I love Mariah, and of course Michael Jackson, the king of pop.
You ain't know R&B. Yeah. R&B is like the best music. I go
R&B is the best. But I love Lauryn Hill because I've been going to the studio now, and I feel like I have, like how I have the connection with Beyonce, but I feel it like in the modeling world. Yeah. But for the music, I feel like I have the connection with Lauryn Hill because I am, about consciousness through like our race and everyone, and I could sing because I used to sing in a gospel choir, and I could rap. Nice. I could rap too. So I'm working on my album now. So you did ask me that question. What's the biggest thing that I'm working on now? I'm hitting the studios and I'm working on my album. So that's nice. Big.
big thing. I can't wait to listen.
Definitely.
Big thing. All right, next vacation that you want to go?
I would love to go to Paris, France, and where's the other place? Cuba. There you go. Cuba with my family, because I still got family out there.
Nice. I don't know why. Yeah. That seems to be everybody's answer. Paris seems to be everybody's answer. That's my answer too, but everybody answer every time I ask that question. Everybody always say Paris. So
yeah, it's so nice and romantic.
Yeah, I definitely want to go there too. That's one place I always want to go to.
Definitely.
So what's your favorite food?
Yeah, I love all types of food. I love Caribbean food. Yeah. I love Haitian food. That's one of my favorites. Dominican, Cuban food. Yeah. Jamaican. Yeah, I love Jamaican food. That's my heart.
Nice.
I like oxtail rice and peas.
Oh yeah.
If you want, rice and peas, potato salad, plantain.
I like that too. Who is one celebrity that you want to meet? If you can't name one, name 3, at least 3.
Well, I wanted to meet Michael Jackson, but yeah, but he's legendary. His music lived forever. Yeah, but I met Beyonce before. That would be another person, but I'd love to meet her again. Who else? Lauryn Hill. I love her style of music. I just love her whole album of Miss Education
And yeah.
and Chris Brown. Because I have a dance inside of me too.
Okay.
Yeah, I love his music. His music touches me too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a dope list. And last one, name one movie that make you cry. Or if you can't name one, name like 5.
The Titanic.
Yeah, Titanic.
I like the Titanic. It's deep. Yeah, I have plenty of movies. Well, I don't watch TV that much, but I like the Malcolm X movie. Yeah, and Muhammad Ali, Will Smith had played.
Yeah.
I like those Oscar movies. All the Oscar. That's my dream. To be honest, that's one of my dreams, to get an Oscar at like the Global Peace Award.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, because I have a humanitarian side as well. Because when I do the community events for the TV show, I gotta cover a lot of community events, but I would like to cover that as well. I would like to. Yeah, I would love to get those awards. But I did get an award for Caribbean Image TV as leadership of community service and model of the year.
Oh wow!
So that's a big accomplishment. Yeah, and it says Queen Jennie on it.
Yeah, and Miss Queen Jennie, you are killing it. And thank you for coming on the show. You're doing an amazing thing. I definitely gotta bring you back.
Definitely. My mission and goal is to inspire people and to use my modeling as a platform of healing, whatever you're going through, to encourage people. You could be the best version of you once you believe, you believe in yourself, and touch people, give them hope to live during these difficult times. And to empower each other.
But you're killing it though. You're killing it. I look forward to everything that you're about to do. So before you go, drop your social media and drop everything that you doing, like your calendar and everything. Drop everything wherever they can purchase it, and and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you so much. My social media for Instagram is Queen Jennie. That's spelled QUEEN. Jennie, JENNIE 100. That's my modeling Instagram page. And my personal /modeling, that would be Phenomenal Femme. That's PHENOMENAL Femme, FEMME. And I have Jennie the model. That's when I have some of my celebrity pictures in there. That's my first name, JENNIETHEMODEL, Jennie the model. So those 3 pages, as you could see, Jennie the model. I met the Amigos, the rap group. They're one of my favorite rap group. And I like Jay-Z and Nas. They write, even though some of it might be, street, they have meaning and substance, because everybody you had to go through something to write about it. So I respect people, I believe in people and expressing themselves, and you could express yourself through music. And then you reach a large platform. And I feel like I could express myself through modeling. You don't know who you helping, by looking at them. You can motivate them, inspire them to do that. Yeah, so, and my Facebook is the supermodel Queen Jennie.
Okay, nice. Also, drop the calendar where they can purchase the calendar so they can support you.
So it's on my website. It's at go. It's at www.queenjennie.godaddy.com. So I'm still putting the pricing and everything. It should be up by tomorrow, and President's Day, which is Monday. So look out for my calendar, and I'll place it on my Instagram and Facebook.
Okay, nice. Thank you again, Miss Queen Jennie, and we'll be right back.
Thank you. It's a great pleasure.
Nice. I just want to take the time to thank y'all for watching this latest episode of Mr. Gentleman, Lifestyle Pocket TV. Want to thank my special guest, Miss Queen Jennie, for coming on the show. Y'all doing an amazing thing. Keep killing it. Y'all get her, purchase her calendar. Y'all support her, y'all. And I can't wait to see the many things that you're about to do. Y'all already know, every Sunday, Mr. Gentleman, Lifestyle Podcast, every Sunday at 12 a.m. on all streaming platforms except for Spotify. Y'all can watch Mr. Gentleman, Lifestyle Pocket TV only on YouTube. Subscribe to my channel, Ken, aka Mr. Gentleman, Lifestyle TV. And yeah, and y'all already know, thank y'all for watching Mr. Gentleman, Lifestyle Pocket TV. Have a good day or night wherever you're watching this episode.
You are now listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast Season 5. Chill!